stampers, this is Lisa with Queen Bee Creations here with another Facebook Live. I wanted to show you some of the little goodies that I made Saturday. A demonstrator up in Boise, which is about 2 hours north of here, organized a Demonstrator Connect event. And what that meant was that she invited all demonstrators from the area, mostly Idaho, but a couple came from outside of Idaho, and we got together and just kind of shared ideas and played around with some new product, and actually got to talk to our district manager from headquarters. She came in and did some demonstrations as well, and I wanted to share with you one of the ideas that we did. These are several of the things we made, but we're going to be specifically working on stamping on wood because I thought this was super cool. Like I said, my name is Lisa. I'm with Queen Bee Creations, and I'm here today to show you how to stamp on wood. We are going to use these little wooden rings. I don't know what they're technically called, but it's just basically a part of a branch on a tree that they slice into little circles, and we're going to stamp on one. This one actually was made into a keychain. The one we're going to do today is going to be a Christmas ornament. So I thank you for joining me. Hopefully you have placed an order recently because we did a really good update on the clearance rack and lots of cool stuff appeared on there. I want to show you some of the things we made. This is just a cute little thing that you could hang on a backpack or your purse or whatever. And it's just a Post-it note pad. I mean, how cute is that? I mean, I've done Post-it note pads in the past, you know, where they fold up and Velcro, but this one's just kind of really easy access, can hang nearby where you can get to it right away. It's really simple. I'll be sharing some details on that later. Of course, we all know that we use Stampin' Up products to make our Christmas tags. So we did one of those. This was just a little book. We took our tree punch, any of our punches, the tree, the apple, the snowman, several of them, we can make 3D by just punching out a couple extra and folding them together. And then this was just made into a little miniature, again, a little notebook. This is just using copier paper and some craft paper. Really cute little idea. On each of our little spots, the demonstrator hosting the event made us these little daisy teapots, and she just took some peat moss and put it in there. Ooh, no, make a big mess here. And then she punched out several of the daisies, 2 of them in the larger daisy and 2 of them in the medium daisy, and then glued them together, and then glued them onto a circle, and then attached the floral ribbon to it and stuck it in a little pot. So we each had our own little daisy. And then of course our water bottle came with a little tag topper on it. And then we made little Halloween ornaments. This was a really simple little matchbook idea. And inside is a York peppermint patty. So if you had some little neighborhood kids, you maybe wanted to get their mom interested in stamping. It's a cute little idea there. And then our district manager made one of these as a gift for each of us. And I thought this was super pretty. And it was just some little doilies. But, you know, it used our own packaging. We used just some designer series paper, the triple banner punch, some stamps, one of the daisies that's actually inside. Punched a circle out of some more designer series paper, and then a little bow. So there you go, super cute. But like I said, we're going to be working on the wood idea, and we were given all the little pieces and then we just put it together. And what we started out by doing was stamping, and we stamped onto a circle. And like I said, we're going to do a Christmas ornament, so I'm going to go a little bit bigger. And I'm going to bring in a stamp from Holly Jolly Christmas. This is out of our holiday catalog. And I'm going to use this large Santa here. And you could create any kind of a winter scene, you know, or any scene really, for our little Christmas ornament here. But I just thought I'd go with Santa. I'm going to bring it a little closer so I can lean over. Sorry to stick my head in the camera, but it's best to get it good and centered. And I'm just using Memento ink, and I stamp directly onto the wood. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my Stampin' Blends, and I'm using all of our light colors because actually when it hits the wood it goes darker than I anticipated. So these are all light markers. And I'm just going to go ahead and start coloring them in. And I bought these little discs, the little wood pieces, at the craft store. I mean, they all sell them. And then I just had my husband drill the little hole at the top that we're going to feed our ribbon through in order to hang the ornament. Okay, so now that I have him all colored in, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to just ink it up with the Versamark. Actually, this one feels a little dry, which is why I always have re-inkers on hand. So I'm just going to re-ink this pad really quickly. And then normally if I was stamping I would rub it in with a spoon, but since we're going to go straight to this and I want lots of it on there anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. So we're going to coat the front of this with the Versamark pad. And then I had scratch paper. Bring this in, and we're going to use some clear embossing powder. So I'm just going to coat the whole front of this thing, making sure I've got it all covered. Oop. Ought to be covered now, huh? Okay. And then we're just going to heat it with the heat tool. Okay, so now I've just kind of given it a clear coat, and what that's going to do is just seal it in. And then I'm going to add, I didn't try this on the other one, so this is all a fluke try on the spur of the moment. But this is our Snowfall Accents puff paint. See, and as you can see, as I heated that up, it just kind of puffed out 3D, kind of snowfall-like. Also looks like the fur. Oh, and look at that, I forgot his belt. I knew something looked uncolored. Oops. Yep, should have colored that before the embossing powder, but you get the idea. So I'm going to try selling these at the craft fair and see how they do. Maybe give a few as some gifts this Christmas. This is Wink of Stella in gold. And then what I think I'll do is I'll just give it one more coat of the clear embossing powder. And then I'm just going to come in with some of our Christmas ribbon. Now this one has a tendency to kind of fray on the ends, which drives me a little bananas. So one of the things I've done with ribbon for years is just kind of melt the end. This will make it much easier to thread through the hole. This is the Take Your Pick tool. And again, I'm just flipping it around to use the pointy end here. Help speed this along. There we go. That a little too tight. There we go. And now I'm going to fray the ends on purpose. Now that I've got it all threaded through the hole and tied in a knot, now we can fray the ends and just make them look like they're supposed to be poofy. And there we have it. There's our Christmas ornament. So I hope you guys break out your blends and a few pieces of wood and give it a try. Clean up my mess here. So thank you for joining me. I stamped in Memento black ink and then colored with the Stampin' blends. And then I inked the whole thing with the Versamark pad, put some clear embossing powder on it and heated it with the heat tool, and there you go. A homemade Christmas ornament. So thanks for joining us. I hope you liked today's project. It was nice, quick, and easy. We're barely 25 minutes into this, but sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes we want a few projects that we can just whip out and get going and make in multiples. So enjoy, go out and make some Christmas ornaments, and I will see you next Monday back here for Facebook Live. Thanks. Bye.